Hey folks, today's another furniture restoration video, but it's slightly different from my usual type of furniture because today we're going to be working with this. This was a friend of mine. His daughter has outgrown the table. As you can see, there's nothing really wrong with it. She likes to play hockey, so she's got a bit of hockey tape on there, but other than that, it's in perfect condition basically. The only problem with that is I have two boys. And I'm sure there are some 4-year-old boys out there that would love to be a Disney princess, but mine is not one of them. So we're going to refinish this today and make it something a little bit more appropriate for him. So that's today's project. Let's get right to it. I think all I really have to do here is just take these legs off. And all I'm really going to do is sand it and repaint it. As I said, in a theme more appropriate for a 4-year-old boy. So these come off easy enough. Just unscrew like so. And I'm trying to decide whether I should take off these base plates or not. It just depends on how good of a job I want to do with the table for a 4-year-old boy. Nobody's ever going to look at it and say, wow, the stain work you did on that is incredible. So there you go, legs off. And I think we're just going to start whacking it with some 60 grit. And I don't even need to get the paint off, I just need to rough it up so I can put the other paint on. Because it's actually going a darker color than this pink. So that shouldn't really be an issue either. I think, yeah, like I said, pretty much all I have to do on this is rough it up and get another paint coat on. So here's the 60 grit. Let's see how she goes. We'll start with the leg. Make sure the other one doesn't roll away. Now, I know you can see the door open, but it is freakishly cold here today. I thought by opening the door that it might warm up a bit, but if you can see this either, I am wearing 1, 2, 3 sweaters and a t-shirt. I'm still cold. Pink all over the pants already. And I'm going to put this on and I'm going to get this. I either really need to start thinking seriously about investing in a heater for this place, or just do cooking videos until June. And that is pretty much that. I'll give that a test right now. How's that? Smells like nail polish. I don't think I'm supposed to get my fingers. No, it looks like nail polish. Now granted, that did make very short work of the paint that was on there, but it's also taken away from the roundness. I've put some serious edges on that. Again, it's not antique furniture, I'm not that worried, but it's going to look a little different now, I guess, isn't it? Do you see anything? I'm all fogged up. Okay, legs are done. Now it's going to be kind of sad, I guess, to go over this and, you know, put something else on it, but I guess as a wise lady once said, let it go. Okay, how we do? We get glasses off, yes? Cannot see. Oh good, not glasses. Well, I definitely think this is not going to work on the belt sander, so we might as well get the sander out of the way. And all pink pixie dust. Yeah, I don't even think it's solid wood underneath. I think it's just particle board, so I've got to be really careful here with how much I do take off as well. But as I said before, I think the objective is just to rough up the paint, because I think it will take that spray paint after I rough it up. That is pretty much Disney gone though. Somewhere in the world I've just broken a little girl's heart.
Alright, let's give it a shot down the middle, see how it holds up. Might take a few coats, but I think we're there. I guess I'll have to let that dry now and flip it over and take the pink off the back. Should have waited till I did that, shouldn't I? Next time. Just realized, I guess I could just put the legs back on, and then they'll be hanging in the spots upside down, and that's how they can dry. Speaking of legs, it's almost dry to the touch. Make another coat on top of that, and we'll be ready for the big finish.
That is glued into place. I'm not getting those off. These back pieces are glued right on. They won't be coming off. Not without a big fuss. Not worth the effort. So a few days later, and you can see the red is completely dry and ready to go. So the big secret is, well, it's not such a big secret. Both my boys are big fans of a certain club. I might have pushed them into this, but yeah, I've just gone online and I've printed off that, and then from there I took a little X-Acto knife and I've cut it out. So I've got a stencil, and now all I'm going to do is set it right in the middle. Again, I don't have to make it perfect, I'm just trying to line it up the best I can. We'll get a ruler, just so I'm not looking at it later and saying, oh, that's crooked. That's pretty much straight. I will go with that. And here's a can of white stuff. The thing I'm kind of worried about is actually that these bits are sticking up in the middle. I want them to lie flat, I don't want them to curl up. That's a bit better. I actually have T-square, so maybe I should just use that, shouldn't I? We'll go with that. So, just going to give it a spray. And I shouldn't quite have done that because I've sprayed it over the edge. Made a bit of a mess there. So I might have to come back and hit it with the red. I'm going to let that dry for a bit and then maybe do another coat, and I'll try and get that white out of there that I've just put on, and then I'll probably come back and hit it with a clear coat, and that'll be the table done. So we'll wait for that to dry. So as you can see here, the table's basically done. The only problem is when I did the spray painting of the logo, I had a little bit of bleeding. You can see that the letters aren't quite that crisp and there's quite a bit of smudging in the wing. So all I'm going to do to fix that is I've got a little red marker, and I'm just going to go around the edges and try to tidy it up best I can. And you can see it sort of fixed it already. It's not going to be perfect, but again, it's a kid's table. I'm sure it's going to get banged up pretty quick. And if anything, as I've just shown with this whole video, you just repaint it. You just do it again. So it hasn't turned out quite perfect, but it's not bad. As I said, again, it's a kid's table. It can be repainted at will. You know, it's going to get banged up, but I think it looks fairly decent. I'm fairly happy with that. But let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Talk to you next time. Take care.